Hello and welcome to this edition of Unplugged. This weekend, my guest is someone who you see on channel very frequently, someone who's an ace stock picker, someone who's not afraid to be contrarian at times and come out with bold calls, but someone who is very dynamic in his personality. Ridham Desai of Morgan Stanley is my guest today. And I tell you something, we are shooting at the terrace of Ridham's apartment or Ridham's building. I took the lift, Ridham took the stairs, and he's that fit. Ridham, that's the first thing that I want to know. How do you remain so fit in such a stressful job? I mean, you look younger than me.
Thank you, Anuj. Thank you for your compliment. It's good to be on this show. Anuj, I'll narrate a small thing that happened in my office a few days ago. In fact, just 3-4 days ago, one of my colleagues was celebrating his birthday. So in the afternoon, he offered me a cupcake, and I said, no, I have to rush to the gym right now. And he said that, well, then you can burn it off, right? So it's good to have it. So I said, no, I don't go to the gym to burn, I go to the gym to build. And I think that attitude makes the difference, because a lot of people struggle to find the motivation to regularly exercise. And frankly, you're right, in the jobs that we do, which is 12 hours sitting, it is treacherous on the body. And the stress that we take in our heads is treacherous on our bodies. So it's important to regularly exercise. So I build 5-6 days a week. I build, there are various aspects of fitness.
Yeah.
You build flexibility, you build strength, you build endurance, you build cardiovascular capacity.
Yeah.
These are the four. Actually, there's a fifth one, which is body composition. That is the ratio of fat in your body. Everybody looks at your weight and decides whether you're fit or not, but I think body weight has very little to do with fitness. It's about how flexible you are, how strong you are, which is how much weight you can lift, how much endurance you have, which is how much weight you can carry for a distance, and how much what your body composition.
Fitness regime, when did you get into that? Have you been into fitness regime ever since your adulthood, childhood? I mean,
No. That's a good question you're asking. I was a very lazy guy until the early part of the last decade.
Okay.
But one of my colleagues, who everybody knows, Chetan, and my wife were pushing me. The story goes as such that some people who are in this market for a while will remember that until the late 90s, we used to settle physical shares, right?
The trading.
Well, no, there was the A group trading and the cash trading.
Yes.
The cash trading settled every 15 days, every 2 weeks, and the A group settlement happened every week. And tons of share certificates would transport from the broker's office to the clearing house. In the case of A group, in case of hand delivery, it would go to the broker who had purchased the shares. All these shares, certificates, had to be stored. So we had a massive safety vault in our office.
Okay.
And then in the early part of the last decade, which is around 2001, 2002, India went electronic. And I keep talking about this, that our financial markets are way ahead of our physical economy.
Yeah.
So if you look at India's physical economy, we're somewhere where the US used to be in the 40s. If you look at our financial markets, we're somewhere where the US was like 5 years ago or maybe 10 years ago. So we're that far advanced in our financial markets. So we were one of the quick movers in terms of going from physical to electronic. And when we went electronic, the safety vault had no use. So there was a bit of a discussion in the office on what to do. And then very quickly people decided we'll convert it into a small gym. So it was a very small place. It wasn't very big. We put a couple of treadmills and a few weight machines and some free weights, and we hired a trainer who's a very good friend of mine, who is still my trainer. Then people started saying, let's go to the gym. I kept telling people that, oh, my dead body, I'm ever going to go into a gym. This is not meant for me. But then a few things happened health-wise, which completely altered my perspective about what you want to really aspire and what you want to live for. And then I got motivated to come to the gym, and I set a few targets. In the beginning, you have to set a target. Like I said, I'll run the marathon in 4 years.
Okay.
And that was a pretty aggressive target because I was so unfit. I was very fat and I was unfit.
Let's move on then from fitness, Ridham. Let's talk about some of the other passions in your life. I believe you are into Canadian rock music. There's a band that you follow and you go to all their events. Is that right?
Yeah, so music, I love music. I think music is the best way to break your daily routine. I love all types of music. Don't ask me about what the kids of the current generation listen to, what my daughter listens to. I have no clue. I don't understand that. In fact, I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand the music which my younger colleagues in the office listen to. But yeah, if you talk 70s, 80s and a little bit of the 90s, then I may work something out. But it's a full range, you know. So I attend live. I look forward to the January season when all our classical greats come to town to play live. Zakir Hussain, Pandit Hari Prasad Chaurasia and Amjad Ali Khan. I love to go to their shows. So classical music to Bollywood to of course, you know, I'm from the 70s and 80s, so it has to be rock music.
Yes.
So I fell in love with this Canadian band, the one that you were referring to. It happened in the Diwali time of '85. One of my friends was studying in Bitch Pilani, and he happened to get a tape. And he made me listen to the song, and I just instantaneously fell in love with them.
Okay.
And I've been listening to that music for 31 years now.
So
every day.
The name of the band
is Rush.
Is Rush.
Yeah, it's a Canadian band. So if you're into a bit of guitar riffing, then you know you will like rock music, and then maybe you will like Rush. They've not been the conventional rock band.
Okay.
They're not the most popular rock band in the world. They're not the Led Zeppelins of the world. They're not like U2 or, you know, some of the more popular rock bands. They are a more reticent and less popular band, but the music is just incredibly good. And it is the icing on the cake is the drummer, Neil Peart, who also is their lyricist. And the subjects that he chooses to write about, you know, one of the fans of Rush had once written that listening to Rush has boosted my IQ by 20%.
Okay.
So I don't know about that percent, but I can definitely agree with him that it has boosted my IQ, because the things that he has made me aware of, whether it's regarding current affairs or psychology or philosophy, I think he's a very voracious reader, and he brings all that reading into his lyrics.